Hey guys, time for another bonus bot video. Had a comment from Smeeba, or however you pronounce, on one of my videos saying that they've had a lot of trouble with Ali and have tried playing the Scandinavian against him and the London system against him. So I've done videos on Ali before, but let's have a go playing Ali with the London as white, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so knight out here, bishop out, and that's an early c5. So the natural response would probably be to play c3, and then if takes we can recapture with our c-pawn. It does open the door for this, but right now that can be countered with the knight. Hang on, so if c3 takes, queen comes out, I can always put the knight there. So I'm going to play c3, I think. I don't want to trade my good centre pawn for his cheap-ass wing pawn. Okay, so we do... Oof! Sacrificial line. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Ali is an aggressive player. You've got to be ready for this. Okay, now, first thing I'm going to check is king safety, as always. The check can be countered by the knight, even the bishop could drop back. So I've got two options here. Ali's offering me a pawn, it would be rude not to accept the gift. I mean, bishop takes is the most natural because it doesn't double up my pawns, yeah? But it doesn't threaten the knight. If I capture with a pawn, it immediately threatens the knight, and the knight is going to have to move. So that move comes with tempo. It also gives my queen quite a lot of scope in the board. So let's go ahead and do that one. Let's just mess things up a bit. Okay, now he's coming after my bishop. Yeah, it's fine. I think e3 here looks kind of interesting. Opens up the route for my light squared bishop. Defends the bishop, so then if knight takes, I recapture with the e pawn, and I've got this quite nice advantage. Plus, it threatens the knight. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play that. If he wants to trade his only developed piece, then he's welcome to do so. Now look, I've got some significant pawn advantage here. Okay, and we're just going to block that with a queen. And if he takes, I recapture with a knight, and I have a development lead. You see, a couple of moves ago. Ooh. Okay, this is an isolated pawn. So this looks a bit gung-ho to me. Most natural move is probably knight f3. It's also tempting to think about centralised, but I think we need to get the minor pieces out first, get the king castled. Okay. I can kick and see if we force the exchange. I'd quite happily trade one of his bishops for one of my knights right now, so what are you going to do? Okay. He's in a trading mood today. He is big trader. Okay, now bishop b5 comes with check. He can block with the bishop, or he can block with the knight a couple of ways. So there's not much mileage in that, I don't think. Now we're down to a bishop each. You've got to understand the board, right? We've got a light squared bishop each. We're both about to castle. I'm up a pawn. So I do want to get my king castled. So if I do this, he's not really likely to undevelop his bishop. I think the bishop there with check, he's probably going to play his knight out here to one of these. If I capture there, he's got pawn takes. If I capture there, he's got bishop takes. So I don't really see how that helps me in any way. Another option I've got is maybe just pivot this knight around to there, which I quite like. I mean, I know I'm kind of delaying bishop development, but okay. Now I'm going to just pin the knight. Okay. I'm having it. Gonna have it. And now castle. He's gonna castle. No, he's not. Okay. Now I think knight here looks great. If bishop moves, I have rook, one of my rooks to see. Oh, hello there. Okay, where do I want to put this rook? Do I want to put it like on a dark square here, where it's lined up with the king? But he's probably going to castle very soon. I've got it behind a pawn. This could be an advanced pawn. I think here is all right. You can't go there or there because knight takes, yeah? Now, surely I win a pawn here. If I take bish, pawn takes knight, rook takes pawn, this guy's hanging. No brainer, mate. No brainer. Right, I'm 2 pawns up now, Ali. Ali, what's going on, mate? What's going on? Okay. So if I take it a pawn, pawn takes, I'm going to win that pawn because he can't castle, yeah? So, very simple, this game. Ali can be a lot more aggressive and canny than this, right? Need to watch out for back rank troubles. Okay, let's push pawn. Pawn pushes I can't take because he back rank mates me, so I'm going to now activate my king. Oh, that's tempting. Because if we trade rooks, yeah, then his king is going to retreat to c8, and that's going to give my king a bit of a head start from getting into the centre of the board. Right, I'm only 1, 2, 3 moves away. He's going to be 1, 2, but then he can't get into the centre. We've got pawns. I've got a 5-on-3 majority on the king side. I've got a 2-on-1 majority there. Surely I'll be able to do it, even though he's a bot with silicon intelligence. Oh, surely that's got to be played, isn't it? Or do I just continue to advance and dominate? You see, if he takes, I recapture. Yeah, fair enough. If I take, I've got now another pawn on here. His king's going to have to come round and get it. 3 moves, 1, 2, 3. It's going to take me 5 moves to remove his pawn. But do you know what? I've got a winning majority. I've got 5-on-3 here and my king. So here comes the king. Okay, he can he's welcome to those pawns. He can have them. I don't care. I'm having this pawn. That's my pawn. Yeah. Takes, and now Freddie is away. Freddie now cannot be stopped. So it's kind of a blitz game, this really, isn't it? Feels like a 3-minute blitz. Check. Check. Let's just do a normal queen and king ending. So I'm keeping my queen, a knight's move away from his king. Alright, now I go here. Just take it. He's got squares. Always just making sure that he's got 1 square to go to. Okay. Now I'm going to box him in this corner. Okay, and now I've got him pinned on the 1 file, yeah? So now all I need to do is get my king in opposition to his king, which means they're 2 squares apart in a straight line, and bang. Beating Ali with the London system. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a regular London because he threw out this very early c5 move. But we traded off. We traded off again. He's an aggressive player. This is what you need to get with him. He's not kind of full Nelson, but he's definitely on the aggressive side. So what you need to do is you need to take advantage of the gifts that he offers without falling into his traps. Okay, so here, defend the bishop. And he trades off. He loves trading, he loves capturing. Well, based on this game. We'd already figured that one, that's safe enough. Trades off again. And look, Ali's got 0 development, and I've got these 2 pawns. I've got a massive centre, 2 pawns. Could have captured that en passant, but there's no point. Pin, nah. Trades again, he loves his trades. Okay, now I just want to improve my knight. Now I pin his knight. Now we trade off again. Get my king safe. I think he never castled, did he, in this game? Now he attacks. And he just didn't think, I mean, that's just material losing. And he's given away his bishop, his long-range piece. And look at the way that the pawns are arranged, right? We've got pawns on the edges of the board. Both edges of the board for both colours. Now, in that situation, you want long-range pieces. You want queens, bishops, rooks, right? That can zip from side to side, zip around the board, unencumbered by, like a knight is by having to jump only a couple of squares at a time. So I was quite happy to trade my slow knight for his fast bishop because this is a fast piece board. Okay, and now he wants to trade rooks. It's like, fine, whatever. And he's just giving up pawns left, right and centre. Yeah. So, not too difficult in the end, that particular one. Can be done. And there you go, we might have another go with the Scandinavian at some point soon as well. But if you've been trying to beat Ali, there's a few tips for you. Thanks for watching, appreciate your support. I'll see you soon.